Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Starcraft 2 The Third Strike 1338, probably Overdoses, episode 3. Yeah, first I need to think before I say something, because as you all know, I'm not preparing at all for all my videos that I am uploading on my YouTube channel, so yeah. I begin to speak and then it flows and flows and flows, but here I prefer to at least think a little bit. In future I will for sure have much less time for making videos, and I think it makes sense with this video to show all the Desert Strike community how I play, like some basic rules, the fundament on which you build your late game. In my opinion, an efficient way, an efficient fundament, who I would say the most important to notice, who in my opinion the most of, in my eyes, skillful, let's say top 5, top 10, top 5 players are using. And I think the source of this video, or the background of this video, I would say, no, I think I will try to stay polite, I will try to not offend, but don't forget, my friends, be aware. If you like politely, like you know, not like directly say some words like, oh, you trucker, I will like slap and whoop and whatever. Yeah, I don't mind. When I just want to say, be aware. Or there's even a saying, like if the way, or actually there is maybe even two sayings, like the way you shout into the forest is the same way it shouts out from the forest. Like another thing is also treat other people like you yourself want to be treated, okay? But I just want to say, if you come up here and I am really open, my friends, I am really open for constructive critique, yeah, on the Third Strike, completely open. And I agree sometimes when I'm wrong, I agree different views on the world, game styles. I like Didi, although I make on his account a lot of jokes, for example. But yeah, be aware, I mean, I'm not like some 12, 14, 16 years old. When you, for example, write down something like on a political friendly way or neutral correctness, start to write some stuff that is in the first impression nothing bad, but in an indirect way offense, and not offense, but like is a way of bullshitting, you know. Then be aware that I can see through this and respond on this. And I would like to say first of all, thank you for the... Now I will not like be a bit anonymous. I will also say some names. Yeah, I thank you, Trooper, because you are the background, or your accusement is the background for this video. And I think, yeah. So I decided to do this, and also to show you how I, for example, play, because Trooper... I'll just open the last video. By the way, I have no, like, look at this. What? I know Elemento answered something, but I don't see it. How? What's this? I don't know. I didn't do anything. I know, like, 3 comments: Trooper, Uran, and somewhere Elemento, but I guess he probably... Like, you can calmly read this text if you want. Yeah, I know that there are a lot of people who like dramas and stuff. How I know Elemento, he probably, I can imagine, responded like this, that, yeah, let them play for their green history. I can imagine such comment. And yeah, let them play and I will play myself. Something like this, I can imagine. Okay, so anyway, this go to gas rush, wait for the two other ban listed players. What ban listed players? Nobody is interested which players are banned or not banned in your list. So here, this is clearly an accusation that I extra rush gas with the goal that my teammates just disappear, and then I sit alone. Yeah, obviously I alone have a much higher chance to win against 3 players than with teammates. Yeah, and this is like the background, and I would like to talk and explain to you. I mean, this is I have to say, this is really not the first time that I have been accused. This is a coincidence, I agree. Like a very long time ago, another player called Pig also accused me that I do this, but I will explain with this video how I play and what, in my opinion, is what is, in my opinion, normal to do from the beginning of the game. And here I would like also to mention, maybe we can also come a little bit to the game, about what we were talking here. It is not norm that people rush gas and wait till others leave. It is important to play every game independent of whether this is like computer game or whether this is some sport, like in real life, tennis, basketball, football. It is always important to play the game with brain. Without brain, you will be outplayed and you will look like a fool. And this anti-rules, here I would also like to say that you cannot expect that, like, only because you play all the time in a team, you maybe are used to some specific patterns of behavior of your enemy, and randoms to 99%, or let's say to 90%. Okay, there are some good randoms out there, so let's say 90%. 90% of the randoms, they are all having the same patterns of behavior. Some people take one gas, and then they check. Some people instantly just blindly do some units and then hope for the lotto that they pick the right units. And then there are also a few people, and I would really say to this, or yeah, better I should not mention like my top 5 player names, but I would say for sure there are, I mean, the people know exactly who I mean anyway, but there are a few players who play differently, like me, than the other 90%. And with this, I really don't want to say like that I'm playing like extraordinary or so, but this, in my opinion, how I play is the right way of playing, to, you know, stand like mostly in the 3 versus 3s in the very 2 minutes, let's say, most games are decided. And that's why the beginning is the most important, to do the right decisions there. And there are like people who, for example, first, before they do anything, the game starts, the first thing what they always do, they check the races. For example, do we have 3 protos? Do we have 2 protos? Which races do we have? Do we have races to push? For example, 2 Zergs, 1 Terran. This is clearly pushing. Or do we have more like races for the late game? This is first thing. You need to decide which races are, you have in the beginning, and then decide pushing or taking gas, wait and see what enemy is doing, what the races of the enemies. You really cannot expect only if you play all the time in the team. Okay, not always, maybe you, I don't know, maybe you play, I don't check history or stuff, but mostly I can feel it. You play in the team, and you really cannot expect that all the people or the players against who you play, behave like you imagine. You cannot expect this trooper. There are people who play like this. There are people who immediately, independent of everything, rush gas. There are people like this existing. They just, let's rush gas. There are also people who go tier 2 and then make zealots. There are people who zero gas push. And there are people who play more with brain and see what are their teammates doing. And if they see, like me, for example, in this one game, if they see, for example, blindly DTs into the darkness, blindly mass, I don't know, what was this, Zerglings into darkness, then what do you think? If my both teammates already sell their races, they make themselves more easier counterable. Like, what is this? You do, he did 2 DTs. Do you really expect from me that I support pushing? Which pushing is there? Okay, the Zerglin can push something, but the DTs are just it's like immediately -1 player. Immediately. Do you really believe that I will like push with 0 gas? This is nonsense, my friend. Complete nonsense. You cannot expect me to support pushing because it's making no sense. And that's why I take gas to get the economical advantage for the late game. It's not rush. It's not just stupid, without thinking, taking gas. See, you can talk to me, but I think, I mean, yeah, you're completely wrong here, in my opinion, and you should also be able, in my opinion, like, I can guarantee if I start to analyze, let's say, 20 games where, just a number, 20 games, it can be 10, it can be 5, I can blindly, pick some replays, and I can to 90% I can say that, for example, in the games where we played against each other, by this I mean you played in a team, Trooper, yeah, I'm talking to you, you played in a team, and I played with randoms, yeah, I just want to say 70-80% you for sure win there, because playing with randoms can be bad, they can also be good, but in these cases mostly my randoms, they were not good enough to compete with you. And it doesn't matter then whether it's Uran, whether it's Xalai, if you have or FireLord, if you have one guy who is good and then two guys who go tier 2 and then make one vulture, one medivac. That's it. You cannot compromise what, you cannot, for example, compromise his mistakes. It's not possible. And you just sometimes, this is not only my opinion, what disturbs, I will just now not only speak for myself, but I will also speak for quite a large, since we probably will not anymore play against each other because of my comments and my honest opinion towards you, but I will still try to be polite. Yeah, I can also say some things, and the what disturbs a lot of people, or not disturbs, but yeah, actually, it is a strange behavior what people just not so like, and I also don't like this. But okay, everyone is different, everyone has minus, plus and stuff. Okay, you for sure are a skillful player. Yeah, don't misunderstand. In how is this clan? Quiet. In quiet. In clan quiet, you are, I would say, skillfully the best. Or maybe I need to check the players who are there. Yeah, Rico is also, I would say Rico would, I can imagine if he makes himself fresh in 1 versus 1, then he probably would destroy you in 1 versus 1, but I can also imagine it can be close match. But in 3 versus 3, I would say that you probably, Rico is maybe a bit inactive at the moment, but in the time when he was active, he is a very good player. I don't know who else is there. I need to see the list. Anyway, you're for sure one of the best players in the clan. That's I want to say before I say something. Yeah, what I wanted to say about what disturbs is that I already mentioned this in the commentary. Always, for example, when your team win against me, for example, with randoms, then it's no problem. Of course, GG, well played, yeah, hoo hoo, haha, hee hee, woo. But when you lose, then there is always billions of, excuses. And you don't need to write this, my friend. You really don't need to write this. You lose, just accept it, move on, and that's it. I really have, I really guarantee you that most of the people are not even interested. I mean, okay, you can like say for yourself what went wrong there, analyze the replay of the lost game a little bit, what went wrong here, and then move on. You don't need to write it to me why you lost or to anyone. It's just like, it looks like, I don't know, like oh, we lost because I don't know, this player went, yeah, okay, but try to maybe keep it for yourself. This is just, I don't know whether this you can call an advice, but it is, I believe, also for the team better. Like, I'm not only speaking also about Trooper, I'm also speaking to all the people who start to like immediately bash like the keyboard, like, oh, what are you doing? Like this, like you see someone is doing wrong, okay, then keep it for yourself. It is for the team work atmosphere better to not accuse your teammates. You lose, okay, next time is better. That's it. For example, I stopped to say anything to my teammates when I see they do something bad, because it's just not worth. For example, people who I know and where we have a little bit closer relationship, if they ask, I can say something, but if not, I prefer to just be quiet. Yeah. So let's shortly, here we have the game. The game starts, right? 10 seconds, okay. This, and I'll turn again, okay. See, my friend, did you see what I in the first seconds did? Look, the game starts. What did I say? First thing what you do, you check the races. This, and I'll turn. Now I'm really like, I will make like a chapter from this, tutorial how to play Desert Strike. Like, what are the most important things to do in the beginning of the game? Like the real most important. Check races of your teammate. We can make a experiment, or not experiment, like a real-time game. Yeah, maybe someone is online. Again. This? Okay. For what you write this? This is also a question. Like, do you think I'm interested that some people are banned here? Like, do you think that, oh, these guys are banned in your list? Oh. What? I'm supposed to leave or what? Okay, races are checked. So what do we have? Terran, Zerg, Protoss. This is a good mix. Like, I will just say what I like was thinking to this moment. Races are like 60-40 to push. They are not bad. You can push actually. Next thing, like when you play with a team, then you know how you're like when you especially play with the same players in a team, which is completely okay. Don't misunderstand. Next thing, you check what your randoms are doing before you make your actions. Like, see, this is my second check. First check was races. Second check, what are they doing? Is it worth to push? depending of what you see, you make gas or you push. Yeah, lol. Oh, 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 oh. I'm sorry, but yeah, since you were a bit bullshitting here, you can expect something back. What do we see? My Dzikan, Polish kurwa probably, he doesn't know anything. He has no information which races are there in the enemy team. He just decides, I mean, we have in our team a Terran, which was me in this moment, but he just decided, I just make tier 2. Well, what do you think in this moment, huh? If you were in my situation, would you really support like pushing or... Oh, this is good. And now listen carefully what I will say. See, I take gas. This is no chance. Going tier 2, I could scan him, but okay, no problem. This is clearly a sign of creative gameplay. This is clearly a sign of creative gameplay. I will translate these words for mortal people out there who are watching these videos. And maybe a few immortal also. Creative, in my understanding, like there's pushing gameplay where you just quickly scan your enemies, find out which races they are, and then you push, for example. Somebody's writing me, FireLord. Yo. One moment, please. I need to explain here. Where was I? Yeah, the pushing game, and then there's the creative game. Creative game means the translation of it, like, okay, I didn't say it here, but in my head it means creative means that you play with brain. You let the enemy invest money into some units, see what happens on the battlefield, eventually take gas parallel, and yeah, make counter units, make something that is useful. And this is a window with a lot of variation. Creativity means you can either, for example, like this is what I did here. You can, for example, stay 1 gas, or you can, for example, stay 2 gas, and then you pretend as you would, for example, this is some, next level strategies. You pretend as you would, for example, rush for BCs, for some tier 3 units. But in fact, you stay tier 1, save money, and then push. Sometimes it works very good, sometimes not. Sometimes you do tier 2, DTs, Immortals. And let me guess, he's gonna make 1 Stalker, 1 Zealot, and 1 Sentry, of course. Oh. Look already how this guy built his Zerglings. This is already a sign of high quality player. I have, by the way, not a coffee, I have a liqueur. I will maybe a bit strong liqueur, 20%. Yeah, for Kurvas, probably this 20% not strong. This is probably some apple juice. Look, he has no information at all about what his enemy is. He just, oh, what units do I do? Ah, DDTs look not bad. Let's do them. What do you think, huh? If you place yourself into my situation, would you really push with your team? Does it make sense to push here? In the previous game, the only one thing that I maybe could have corrected or do it better is to do Marines from the beginning. But okay, I think even though I think if I would do the Marines from the beginning, I believe we would also lose. Okay, lessons. What do we have? Protoss. And this is another thing. A lot of players, for example, like the game starts and they immediately expect that you do something. But sometimes it's not the case. And you have to have your own head on the shoulders to not listen what others are telling you to do. You're not a marionette. So what do I do? Do I say something when it took us? I didn't. Oh, I was so scared. I was like, you see my face? I'm like very scared. I was about to go to toilet and change my trousers from his warnings. I think I'll do BCs immediately, or maybe I will pretend to do BCs. See, I will cancel the tier 2. I'm really curious, like, okay. I am very, very curious. You immediately have the picture, okay. OBS is a smart program. Team bashen, yeah. Like, wait. Where was this? Here. I'm very curious what our friend Gotcha was doing, because in my opinion this was the key. So, shortly, replay analysis. Trooper, in this case, I have to let you in peace. I think you did everything fine here. Stalkers, Colossus, Scouts, this is some standard things. Against Terran and works, yeah. Against mortal Terrans. This guy actually, I think Elemento knows exactly what... I think me and Elemento, we would both suggest here the Archons. He's quite, like, I think Archons, like, for example, you know, you have to understand that 2 Protoss, I would for sure make benches. So you can, for example, one goes standard, and the other goes, for example, Archon, later Colossus against the mass bio, And the Archons are then very good against the Benji, Viking, and so on. And then later maybe Scouts. And this guy could actually completely easily decide the game. Here I'm a little bit interested whether my mind game worked. Oh, your ban list, yeah. Tralala, hululu. Look, did you see these DTs didn't even do anything? He just sells his Wraith for nothing. So I just want to go to the point where the people leave. And don't... I'm one of the players who really stay till the end of the game. I very, very rare leave one game. And it's not like you were talking about like it's norm that I rush cast at others people. Like I don't want to repeat myself. I already explained why I took this gas here. And don't say it's like norm, because you are also not the angel. In your team, it was also pretty often happening that when you, for example, see you're about to lose the game, for example, the battle would be here in this case, I was in these games. I'm pretty sure if you want, I can even find the replays where it happened. Where, for example, like, of course, you would say some excuses. Oh, it was this, it was that, it was that. But 100% I know the exact reason. Like, you just wanted to, I don't know, win the game. And not on, I don't know, you maybe or someone else for sure left game. This happened. Here, where is this? Here, this. Okay, he takes gas. Gotcha went here too. Let's see. Will he cancel it? Trooper with zealots. This, in my opinion, was... I don't know whether he will cancel it, but if he makes tier 2, this is huge mistake. A very huge mistake. Very, 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 very huge mistake. I mean, you hold the middle, I agree, but he just should have continued to do Reapers. This way, you wouldn't lose middle. This way, he would force me to continue Marines and not relax and go some tours. So what exactly happened here? This I liked very much, this transformation to Stalkers. But don't say that it was the 1 versus 3 situation. I honestly was the one who was in the disadvantage, because I was facing Reapers and in addition Stalkers. Honestly, it should be me who complaining. Okay, here for the first time, or yeah, you lose middle, yeah. Here, what is this? Another second huge mistake by Gotchi. Like, don't say that I win because the 1 versus 3 situation. To be more precise, you lose it exactly because of this. Gotchi went tier 3. Maybe you didn't say this, but I will make it easier for you and I will say it here because I tend to speak honestly here. You know, he honestly should have just masked Reapers and then make also this upgrade here. Where is it? Ah, he did this upgrade. Okay, then sorry. This the speed. Yeah, he did the speed. Okay. In order to try to save the Colossus. Tanks, in my opinion, also mistake. Not tanks would be the key here. Just continue Reapers. Reapers and then something to counter my air. Thors are not bad against Benjis. I would really like, yeah, topic different but not better. Yeah. What I would do if I was Gochi's situation, I would do some Thors against Benji Vikings and then only Vikings. Why I need to do tanks since we have here Colossus and here Colossus? You don't need this. Yeah, here I was trying to finish the game. Did you think that Thors was a mistake? Or what was this? Comment. Yeah, here she's making all good. Till the moment when he sells. This was not good. You know what you should do, Gochi? If you decide to do tanks, you should then at least make one BC and then mass tanks against the Thors. Then it would be not bad. This was nice. Carrier to distract Thors. But this was like a little bit like, I don't know, some baits, or I don't know, or not, I don't know how to say it. It was, he was probably thinking I just make Benjis and only Benjis. Like, need to think a bit further. There are not only coming Benjis. It is like, if you make mass Thors, it is also possible that I will do something to protect the Benjis. And not only... Yeah, okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. Now we will make some praxis. Maybe... Oh, we have some lobby. Is this correct? Okay, I will just enter there. Well, if I can leave if you want, I mean. I just like to play, I mean, with Trooper now, unfortunately, I don't like myself what happened, because I like to play against you. Now it will be maybe a bit hard. I like... Bin noch in der Lobby. What do we have? 45 minutes I was talking here. Okay, praxis. I will try to comment. First thing, check races. The game starts. We have Terran, Terran, Terran. Triple Terran, not bad for pushing. We should not take gas and try to maybe win the push game. So, we see this guy seems to be maybe AFK or not. We see now whether someone scans maybe. Yeah, we check. Yeah, I cannot really talk right now. See, maybe red will scan. No, red is not scanning. This is too late. Okay, check middle. Nothing. FireLord, I know a little bit how he plays. That's why I need to check what this guy is doing. Probably nothing. And this makes it hard. Maybe it was more useful to take gas now. Okay, both are doing nothing. What can this mean? Both maybe are Protoss. Most Zerg players are usually pushing in the first wave. Most Terrans are scanning in the first wave. Most Protosses are checking. Pig. But he was with C. FireLord, if he pushes now, then he can read my mind. Oh, Greg is making Stalker Protoss. He could make mass, blindly mass Marines and destroy the cannon. Oh, my friend. Oh, fuck. My friend is doing everything. Wow, okay. I'm speechless. See, he researched Steam. Look at this. His money. His money, he waits till 125, and 125 disappears into Steam. Steam, come on. Steam researchers, Steam. Zack. Cannon disappears. Cannon disappears. I scan Protoss. Protoss is shy to do something. Cannon disappeared. See, my friend, this is... Everything what I say in right now, completely everything, my friends. Everything. Everything. I said they cannot be Terran, they cannot be Zerg, so probably Protoss. And as I know FireLord, yeah, why he not scan? He not scan because this is some next level. Why he not scan? He not scan because to not sell race. Intelligence, my friends. Brain. Something that some people who are too used to play in a team could improve. I mean, I didn't need to research Steam, but okay, it doesn't matter. Greetings from Germany. You know why I said like he needed to push? Because the Terrans, they have, for example, you need to know this number. For example, with 900 or 800 minerals, you cannot steal the cannon. You cannot. It's not enough. I had to this moment about 8 or 900 minerals, but I couldn't push blindly and steal the cannon. He, in contrast, could do this, and that's why I was saying this. If he pushes, like, just go, like, I really am speechless. Okay. So this is going to be Protoss versus Terran. We can actually carry this guy. I can imagine maybe someone will try to fast Colossus. Who are these guys? I didn't even introduce Greg, WulgarnyPL, TonyStark. TonyStark from the Avengers. Somehow he landed in Team Silent. He seems to, you know, abandon his clan, Avengers. So now, what is now? Now the beginning is done. I don't need to say anything. And now it's just, you know, you make... Everyone knows how to play Terran versus Protoss. Bio, Benjis, eventually Ravens, Vikings, and then you see how the things are developing. This guy makes me a bit worrying with his ghosts, but okay. Trust me, if this guy would playing like us, then... Because I don't know, the game can develop in a way where we can lose it by our teammate. Oh, TonyStark is not investing into Stalkers anymore. You need always to see how game is developing. I will try to get some tours to end this thing. Okay, now I need to be careful. Are there gonna be some Colossus or not? Yes. Some Colossus out means that I need to delay tours and compensate the weakness of our teammate with benches. You need always to analyze the game procedure. Is it going enough? No. Okay. There's no observer out there, that's why I make the, you know, this thing. How is it called? Cloak or cloak? Cloak, I think, in English. It costs 125, so someone invested 125, this guy, into observer. Now it was worth to do this. Then maybe we can make a... Yeah, I mean, this is not really worth... No, I will not do this. Eight benches and then eventually Tors. I can maybe make an upgrade on the weapons. Maybe we can do some damage to make their knees shaking a bit. We need to do 2 Tors. Wait, maybe I will do... I will wait and see what enemy is doing. He just makes spam stalkers. He invested a lot of money into upgrades, so we cannot expect from him soon Colossus. Yeah, I will for sure do some Tors. No tier 3 upgrades, to not let him think that I am tier 3. This not gonna finish the planetary fortress anyway with tier 3 upgrades. And now we can do some sneaky Tors. Maybe we one Benji. Oh, okay, no problems. We can make an upgrade then. Okay, we can make this upgrade and eventually this. Okay. What? Templar, okay. Oh, the game maybe ends. We can make a little bit more pressure with some weapon upgrades. I Yeah, I think we will not play that long. It should... Okay. Now, question is, will this guy... Okay, scouts. Okay. I'll just in case make some upgrades. That we don't get into some mess. So this guy transferred to carriers, huh? Okay. With tours, by the way, you also, I mean, of course it is a complex thing, but with tours you can in the beginning, when it's not like too much into the late game, you can force the enemy Protoss player to do like something like either Immortals, Colossus. You see, most of the people are reacting on this with Immortals, Tours, Immortals, Colossus. Some people can also react on this with Carriers. Now, question is, I can slowly try to replace my ground. And this is... I'm gonna do with Vikings. These Marauders, when you for example have a lot of Tours, then Marauders not really needed. When this guy gets too close on me, then I can just add some Marines, maybe even Medivacs. I really don't want to say anything bad, my friends, but here in this case you can for example see a bit that this team is a bit too much used to play against randoms. Why? Because, for example, Red is making scouts, and he needs actually a bit Colossus before scouts. Because, okay, you kill air, but actually the ground is the problem in the first place. Okay, maybe I need a Raven to detect the observer so that the Vikings do not land. Okay. Again, one mineral too weak. See, this guy sees, oh, there's no Colossus. Like, where can you see like tanks? The Terran beats Protoss with tanks. It's some weird situation. FireLord noticed there are no Colossus. So why don't I make mass Marines? See? Brain, my friends. Playing with brain. And this guy, why not taking 5 cars? Well, actually I was a bit mistaken. Like, look, the ground is the main problem and not... See? This guy makes tanks, ghosts, marauders. Actually, he will end also the game. No, my Raven died. Do I need 2 Ravens? Yeah, I think, you know what, I will make some Vikings. And slowly but surely I will sell my Marines. When this guy makes Colossus, I don't know why this guy still has no Colossus. 33 minutes in... Oh, here maybe we can do this. Some stuck happened. Now we need to calculate. Okay. Okay. And there are Colossus. Maybe we need some BC to protect. I wouldn't sell my Marines yet. Because there's still no Colossus here. And this guy has mass scouts with Archons. Okay. Where's my Raven? I need maybe to scan. Now this... Who knows? Do we see some Colossus here finally, maybe? Still not. Okay, I will add some ravens. Because this guy is making some Archeons. Come on, you need to kill this, please. This is hard. Now I'm facing carriers. I needed to do the sell marines because they are really not useful anymore. This I forgot. Okay, doesn't matter. Yep. We might lose this. I'm clicking the ravens to see whether they are still alive or not to detect these hallucinations. Yeah, I need everything. 1 hour 15. Sorry, I just checked time. Yeah, it made sense to do gas here. Against scouts, it's hard. Of course, I would also like to sit on 5 gas, but taking gas is now a bit not the best choice, I believe. He has 4 colossus. My Taurs are surviving. What is surviving? Vikings and some Taurs. Yeah, but actually Vikings are more important than BCs. Man, what a long game. I don't like to invest money into ghosts, but I know they would be not bad. Like this, and maybe one Benji. This effect, what you just have seen, is also interesting. The Taurs coming closer to attack the Colossus, and then to stun the Colossus, and then the scouts attack the Taurs. So maybe I need to upgrade +3. Seems that we come back a bit. Ah, okay, too late. Okay. Yeah, with 5 gas you get pretty quick full. No, I don't have manuals. Who knows? Question is, would we come into this situation if these two people wouldn't take 5 gas? Or would we lose and it was good that they took 5 gas? Questions over questions. I believe honestly we will lose. But I need around 6 ghosts, I believe. Okay, so who is the trouble? Red disappears, right? Here. Some stalker is there, okay. Yellow. I think blue is the trouble. Yellow also disappears. Gets pulverized, like I like to say. Yep. We maybe got this. Maybe 5 cast was good decision from both of my people. Yeah, the closer we come to the planetary fortress, the more sense it is to do ghosts. Six. This is a good number. And honestly, I wanted to have a short game. It's now pretty late, 23. The resources, I'm interested. So these boys were sitting on, I think this guy took his 5 cast later. I never click here and does this mean that I got 20, like over the whole 50? Nah. Or no, this is impossible. What number is this? Like 30,000. This is what? This is 15 BCs. Or wait, it's late. 2 BCs is 1000. Multiply with multiply with 30 2 BCs. So yeah, I don't know. 60 BCs. Yeah, I mean, is it possible that this is representing the minerals? What's here? APM. FireLord was manually APMing resources. 5 gas wins, okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, it makes sense. Yeah, I think I will stop the video now because I'm tired. And I don't know, will they if they make another lobby, then maybe I join. If not, or how many people are there? They need a pause of fresh air after this 1 hour game. What is StarLuk doing with Didi? Yeah, this is the bad side of uncut gameplay. That you need like to wait and hope that someone makes lobby. Sorry for this. Maybe I can see something what I can, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they are waiting till I make a lobby, you know? Wait, I forgot how to do the lobby. Oh fuck, Fynn. Okay, they are AFK. So what? I didn't see who with who we play. And I also didn't see whether Greg maybe. Greg is no more AFK. Okay. Okay, we have Protoss Terran Terran. Okay. Fynn. Let's see what Fynn makes. Protoss. Oh, actually he did something. What? These units arrived at 60. Or am I sleeping or what? Normally they arrive like at 68. Oh god. Yeah, great. Especially against Marines. Ah. I don't know what to say to this. I will just smile. Take us. Yeah, he makes everything that is good against Marines. Yeah. But he plays different than most of the people. These credits we need to give him. Do I have still camera? Yeah. Camera is active. Didi. Whoa. And who is the other guy? Yeah, Fynn. Yeah, I mean, this, what I can say, I mean, this game is maybe not so spectacular, but yeah, one game is hard, another game is different. Sorry that I don't speak, my friends, but yeah, this is just very late and this guy is still 0 gas. Wow. Amazing. So, question is, what do we do against scouts and voiders? So what do we have here in arsenal? We can continue stalkers, we can make carriers. Well, I make carriers. Is there observer? I think I will do this. You should not underestimate, my friends, Didi. This guy maybe... You know, the tactic of this guy is to appear like a sheep, but in real being like a lion. This is like I overwhelm it a little bit. Yeah. To translate it into the third strike, to appear like a noob, but in real he is a pro. He appears like a noob, so that the people get relaxed and think, oh, this guy is noob, he can do anything, like easy game and stuff. But then he shows something. That's why, I mean, so what can we expect? I will do this and some of these. Upgrade my stalkers. I think I don't need Colossus, or maybe I need Colossus. Yeah, I need Colossus. I cannot rely. I mean, this guy is good, but this guy seems to really overwhelm, and since he sees these two carriers, he probably thinks, yeah, we have Colossus here. Since he sees these two carriers, he probably thinks, ah, there won't be any carriers. Colossus, I can easily continue to do bio. Just in case, I mean... See, this guy is no noob. He makes now immortals against stalkers. Well, just in case that we don't need to worry. Well, I can also do some immortals, okay. It's no problems. Probably my camera should very soon die. This is also some long game, friends. The thing is, this guy will never break me with these things. In order to, you know, for them to win or to get middle, they need to come here. How they can come there if this guy cannot break me? Yeah, I honestly believe I will take this. Didi, this is always like 100%. Oh no. Okay. This is now a bit better. I just would like to take 5th gas. Yeah, I think I can take it. It's easy. That should be no problems. And then start to do mass carriers. Or maybe scouts. Scouts. Ah, this is bad positioning, unfortunately for them. unprotected tanks die, and Vikings are useless now. Now you make carriers. Okay. It doesn't matter anymore. Let's upgrade shields. Maybe we can upgrade it twice, and yeah. That units live. Okay. Camera active. Okay, that's alright. Where's the resources? Yeah, this game was much shorter, but still the resources. I mean, yeah. I would be interested is did he take 3? He didn't take. This is strange. Normally he always takes, or not always, but I mean. Why is it so slow? God. I just would like to see whether this he takes. Because he was resource-wise second, I think. Sometimes in the match history it's not listed, you know, whether, like, it's not everything listed. Here, little thing. You maybe, yeah, you make immortals against stalkers, yes, but less immortals in combination with colossus. For example, let's imagine he has 10 immortals and I have 4 or 5 and I don't know, 3 colossus. This I can imagine is more efficient. Like immortals with colossus, they are more efficient than only immortals. This I wanted to say. He didn't take. Actually, I should have scanned and then this would be already solved. Yeah, he didn't take. Interesting. Nobody. Doesn't matter. Right, he was resource-wise second. Where is this? Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, mirror teams. Really? Cooler Tuti. Who is Cooler Tuti? Oh, Terran, Zerk. I'm sorry, StarLuk, I didn't join your lobby. Just wanted. Cooler. Lol. Do you know my friends? I don't know. You probably have no idea about. Well, I don't know. Maybe StarLuk has idea. Who is cooler?
Cooler has.
Wait, till this ends. Till this loads. Quake Life.
And he's needed that 100 armor to be able to play defensive, but when you've only got 11 armor and your opponent has taken both yellows, a red, you are in big trouble, because you cannot take any damage whatsoever, and it's going to be very hard for you to even put counter damage on your opponent, and you know he won't be able to do that. So I'll be very impressed if Cooler can still hold a 1-0 lead.
And they have it just picking up all of those armors available to him, and even though he doesn't really need them at the moment because his armor stack is so high, he's denying them from Cooler, which is a huge thing. This Mega Health will be next in play. Amek firing off the rocket and will return through that teleport. We've got 3 minutes to go, and yeah, Cooler has just taken that red, but is he stuck into his room? He is, and Amek surely will be able to pick this one up. He won't let Cooler get out of here. Those grenades are spammed. Here comes Cooler. Lightning gun from Amek. Plasma. Cooler will dodge around through that teleporter, but here comes Amek once again with the lightning gun. That's a great second rocket.
Absolutely amazing.
Come on. I sleep already. Let's StarLuk to sleep. Run and close because with music of the start music, losing is impossible. Headshot that's fine there. Stim, if this makes guys stim, then please go. I mean, okay, for much expectation.
Yep, there goes Cooler. Kilson actually drops down in behind him with the shotgun. Cooler again, just puts that distance between him and Kilson as he comes down, he hits the air rocket, and there's another one as Kilson makes a jump over towards the Mega Health. And well, so much more health and armor there that Kilson had, and somehow even had the jump on him as well. But Cooler managed to pull it out, and look at the rails from Cooler, survived with 3 health.
His aim is fucking crazy at the moment. He's on fire.
Is available as well. Will Kilson only be up there?
But actually it is not hard key. It is how it is. Fuck.
Cooler knows his position, hits the rail as well.
Not humbleness.
Gone, there he is. Cooler drops in behind him. It's good rockets as he goes through the teleporter. Surely he can finish this one up. Yes, he will. We're tied up again here in overtime. Oh, but the plasma in that tunnel. So, wow, amazing from Cooler.
You know, we'll have to see how this one works out. I'm sure he can fight back. Cooler, oh my god, what the hell is going on with the dodging? Because so far, Avic's been happy running around the map and being in control, but now he needs to know that Cooler is very, very dangerous. And there comes a good railgun shot. Avic did pick up the red though. Cooler is not in the best position. I think Avic pretty much took control of the map a little bit from that red armor pickup.
Here comes Avic into that area. That's a great rocket. The second one not quite hitting as much, and Cooler in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try and move on to this mega health, but there's the shotgun. With 1 HP.
He had a nice opportunity to keep Cooler in there.
Look at the Didi.
Oh my god. Dear Lord. I would be brave.
Yes, here, legend. Quick life. Cooler. But with like this. Double O and double.
He's got just 2 minutes to hold on to this to win until Extreme Masters European Championship.
All he's going to do now is not slow down the pace that much. This is really pressure on Avic. Keep the pressure on.
Here we go, LG out, and he'd already done some damage with the rocket, and he's going to finish off with a lightning gun kill. There's a mega. Avic is going to call good games already. Cooler will be the champion of the Intel Extreme Masters. And well, what an amazing, amazing game we've seen there.
I just need to hold on till Colossus survive. I know my army is right now not efficient, but this is team game, and here I need to play like it's not support or something like this. I didn't know. StarLuk also scam. Okay. Here I was a bit sleeping.
Unsere Streitkräfte werden angegriffen.
Oh no, what? What happens in Poland, my friend? Okay. This is cooler, my friends. Sympathetic guy. Like, look.
Oh, they have it just pick.
So focused. Like, to win the tournament.
Unsere Streitkräfte werden angegriffen. Unsere Streitkräfte werden abgeschlossen.
Here I don't really need to do lurkers because I have two protos. They can anytime do Colossus. Okay, I take gas, wait, and observe the game. Yeah, I need to wait till 20 minutes and then I can do some characters. Oh yeah, the camera is dead. Great. How many? 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours and 30, or let's say 2 hours and 10. Yeah. Ah, my Raptors didn't even need to pop out. Good. Okay, GG well played everyone. Wish everyone good night. Dream about huge breasts. Alright. GG. Yeah. They are... Yeah. I go sleep. Good night everyone. Thank you for watching. And see you in the next videos. Goodbye everyone. Stay healthy, curious, motivated, and yeah, like always, bye.